Yeah? Alright, hold on, I'll be right back. My wife needs me. So hold on 1 second, guys, and I will be back in a couple minutes. All right, sorry about that. It was one of those things. Sometimes you start to stream, and that's right when my wife needed me, and then the dog wanted to go out, and it was just like, okay. So I am back in the New York groove. I don't know if I want to drink this Coca-Cola. I've got to go get up really early tomorrow. But why not? Caffeine will probably keep me awake all night. Nombre Yoda Gloria. I don't... Nombre Yoda Gloria. All right. Sorry about that. Hopefully so many distractions. It's not good to play hardcore when you're getting like 10,000 distractions. It's no good. It's no bueno. You see that? What's up, my man? Look at that sweet tavern. Yes. We have created the guild, and I'm the only one in the guild. That's fine. Really, probably what I'm going to do with this guild, Einbei, is I'm probably just going to transfer it to one of my other characters, which I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to have to see if I can get somebody to probably what I'll do is I'll just activate my secondary WoW account just for like 1 month for like $15. It's kind of a lot of money, and it'll help me for a month. You know, I'll just activate it for 1 month, and it'll help me like transfer stuff back and forth quicker as opposed to waiting an hour for the mailbox. And it'll allow me to create a character, or to invite a character on that account into this guild, and then I will transfer the guild leadership to that character, and then that character will invite another character on this account into the guild, and then that character will transfer the guild leadership to that character, which is on this account. And then what we'll have is we'll have a guild leader on running this guild on this server that will allow me to build up a guild bank, and that will give me a lot more storage space. And then, because I need that, I'm really struggling with inventory space. And then this character will be free to go back probably to the guild that I was in, which is a really good guild. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not sure if he's speaking, I'm not sure what language that is. Oh, wait, there might not be guilds in this. Oh, shit, Einbei. Crap, that might not work. That might not work. There might not. I don't know if there are guild banks in Classic. I don't think there are. Wait, no. I think they do have them. I think they do have them. I think. Does Classic WoW Hardcore have guild banks? I guess we'll find out. Well, no, it was added in TBC. I guess we'll find out. I mean, I'll go over there and see. But yeah, most likely there isn't. I forgot about that. Yeah, well, they have them in. They added them in TBC though. I'm pretty sure. But. Yeah, so that poses a problem. Yeah, we'll see. I may still transfer this guild to another character. And then invite... I don't know, we'll see. I want to keep the tabard, though. That's the reason why I created the guilds. I wanted this character to have a cool tabard. Because I'm a sucker for a good tabard, man. I'm really low on mana.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You were screwed.
"13 seconds. Yeah, not having a guild bank seems kind of like a thing that you think that they would fix, right? And that's definitely something you think they would fix. Man, my right knee is killing me today, Einbay. Some days my right knee, which is the one I had my surgery on, some days it just hurts. Like, a lot. And today's one of those days. I'm going to take some Advil. I don't know if it's the cold weather. You know, people say, older people say, that sometimes when it gets cold they have knee pain. But I've never had that issue before. But I can tell you, my knee's aching today. I think it's just because I was running with the dog a lot this week. Yeah, I don't understand why they don't fix things like that. It doesn't make any sense to me either. I mean, not having a guild bank is really a pain. You know what I mean? It's a real pain for everybody. Not just the guild leader. It's a pain for transferring items back and forth. And also, it's just a pain, period. It's just a pain, you know? Yeah, everybody's got 10,000 bank alts. I'm no exception. I literally have 4 characters on this server, at least 4, that are literally just bank alts. They're just bank alts. It's ridiculous, you know? Only air pressure? Okay, cool. Well, I don't think it's... I was joking. I really didn't think it had anything to do with the temperature. Do I have, let's do, I have agility up. Don't know. I really wish that you could apply mistletoe to yourself, because people just do not apply mistletoe to me when I apply mistletoe to them. It kind of makes me mad. My mouse is dirty. I can tell when my mouse is dirty. And I actually have a new mouse and a new HDMI 2 cable still in the Amazon wrapping over on my chair over here that I received, I think yesterday. I received it. No, yesterday. I received it yesterday. And I still haven't unwrapped those things because I have been so busy the last few days. And to be honest, it's mostly taking care of my wife, you know, because my wife is she's very sick. So I spend a lot of time taking care of her nowadays. But it's all good. It's all good. You're always serious about health. Well, I can tell you one. I am in better shape now than I was. I mean, I've been doing so much more walking with the dog, and I've been running with the dog, and But unfortunately, I think that has caused my knee to get a little bit sore. To an easy night in Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos now. So you used to play Reign of Chaos, but now you like World of Warcraft? I'm not sure if that's what you're saying, maybe? I need to repair my gear, it looks like. My gear's getting pretty beat up. You always know you've been grinding a lot when all of a sudden you look down and it says, you know what, you got some damaged items. But we've got 34 minutes left, and that's when we're going to stop grinding here after 34 more minutes, because I want to use up the rest of my potion. And then we'll go clear my inventory out, and then I'll probably head over to Daenerys and start doing the gadgets and quests. Actually, I'll probably hit, I don't know, I might hit STV. Because I've got all these stupid STV quests. Which I hate STV. I really don't like STV. I've never liked it. Oh my god. Hold on. My cat was... Oh my god. My cat was being a pain. This cat's been a real pain lately. he's been a real pain. Just getting into shit that he didn't used to get into, and now he's being a real pain. It's been tough to play WoW. I'm not gonna lie. It's been tough to play WoW today. I've had way too many distractions today. Way too many distractions. It was funny. Hey, Einbay, I got to show you something that was pretty funny, right? So this guy. Why did you stop swinging, girl? I'm going to throw these cats out the window. One cat came into the office, jumped into the bathroom and started like just knocking the curtain around and shit and just making a bunch of noise. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I told him to stop it. He runs out of the room. Then the other cat's like jumping up and down on the chest over here, knocking at the lamp, like trying to knock the lamp off the table. And I'm like, what are you doing? This is stuff they don't normally do. Oh my God. My stress level is through the roof right now. I can't deal with this much fucking minuscule, menial, like stupid distraction. You know, God. No, it's just weird. The cats aren't normally like this. They're normally not this much of a pain in the ass. It's, you know, it's just like for some reason, like I started streaming and I decided to just be like really annoying. What realm do I play on in retail? I don't play retail World of Warcraft. But I mean, yeah, I mean, when I do play, I shouldn't say I don't play retail because I play like a couple days every 3 months or something. I don't know how often I play retail on eBay. Like maybe every 2 or 3 months I might pop in and play just for PvP. I might jump in and just level character up via PvP and just to check out the PvP in retail. And I usually do that like for anywhere from between 2 and 5 days, maybe once every like 3 months. And the server I play on is Skyfall. Yeah, but those cats are just... Ugh. The amount of shit I do on a daily basis is unbelievable, man. What did it miss? Yeah, is that what it is? It's what it feels like. It feels like about once every quarter I play retail for like a week. And then I get sick of it. I mean, I enjoy the PvP in retail, but I feel like there's just too many skills, and the homogenization of the classes has been basically, you know, I feel like you know, Darth Vader. The homogenization of the classes is now complete. You know what I mean? It's like all the classes can do everything. All the classes can heal. All the classes can interrupt. All the, you know what I mean? They all have everything. They all have AoE. There's no like really like class identity anymore. Yeah, I do have a main. I have a main server in. I do have a main server in retail. It's Skywall. Skywall is my main server. So, like, if I go in here. Of course it doesn't work. Nothing's gonna work right now. I am so on edge right now. You have no idea, like how on edge I am right now. It's like that freaking movie License to Drive. It's like I'm the female instructor. I'm a living fucking time bomb right now. It's probably because my knee's killing me, my back's killing me, the cats are bouncing off my head, my wife's sick. You know, it's just unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Obtain in PDF book, Wow. You talking about Warcraft 3? And the worst part, Bay, is I'm actually on vacation. Like I'm in the middle of like a 2-week vacation. Not really a vacation, but my company always shuts down for 2 weeks at the end of the year. So you would think I'd be like not stressed, but it's the fucking holidays, man. It's like you can't relax. It's like I gotta go to the in-laws for Thanksgiving. I gotta go to the in-laws for Christmas. I gotta, it just feels like it's a never-ending things I have to do. Tomorrow I've got to go to church. After I got to go to church, I got to go to the in-laws, and then I got to go shopping, and then it's just fucking just never stops, man. I need a vacation by myself where it's just me, completely away from everything else. Oh my God. Breathe. Anyways, what I was going to show you is this guy had put on the Discord server. I had posted this in this stream, like, of me playing my protection paladin. And this guy said, just want to see if this guy dies here. And this guy said, I enjoyed your Melee Hunter streams, but the UI on your pally is whack. And I responded, how is it whack? I said, it's the same UI. I said, this is literally the same UI as my Melee Hunter. And I put a screenshot. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's literally the same. Let's see if, I don't know if I have this. No reply, but I'm just like, how is it whack? Like, here's my Melee Hunter UI. The only difference is I'm in a group, right? The only difference here is I'm actually in a group. So you see the party window down here, and you see the party up to the top left. But outside of that, how is that different than this? You know? Oh my God, why is it so slow to load? You know, how is that other one? How is this different than this? There is no difference other than the fact that I'm not in a party. So I'm just like, I don't know. People are weird, Iron Bay. Yeah, is he calling Guild Wars 2 UI whack? Because yeah, he's definitely asking for a fight. There is no better UI for World of Warcraft than this one, I don't think. I mean, seriously, I don't think there is. The only thing I could think of, Iron Bay, is that he came into the stream like yesterday, Or maybe even today when I was showing some video clips of my old Paladin. You know, I think that's probably what happened. He probably came into my stream. I bet that's what happened. He came into my stream, and I just happened to be showing a clip of one of my old Paladin. You know, like from like 6 years ago or something. And I must have maximized the video or something. You know what I mean? Of course, anybody watching the stream would know that because I would be talking about it and saying, "Oh, this is what you know." Like here. Let's see. Let's close this down. I think that's what happened. But I mean, obviously, he wasn't listening to the stream at all then. Like, if you go to here, I think it must have been, I don't know which stream it was. Maybe it was this one? No, because that was from today. Must have been this one, but I think I deleted this one. No, yeah, so I didn't. So here's this one. This probably looks pretty good in here. Yeah, but I don't see any. Yeah, anyways, I don't know. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. I am really burning through mana fast.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Okay, I gotta text my wife. Amber, thank you. All right. I think the reason I got so mad at the cats is I had just sat down to try to stream, and then my wife needed something, so then I got up, and then I did a bunch of stuff for like half an hour, and then I came back and I sat down to stream, and then something else, somebody, you know, my wife wanted me for something else, and then I sat down, and then the dog wanted to go out, and then I walked the dog, then I got back in, and I finally sat down to stream. This was like literally after like an hour of trying to stream. Then I finally sat down, and first thing I do, I sit down, I start to take a drink of my drink, and the cat's freaking in the bathroom, like climbing up the shower curtain or something. So I yell at him, he runs out, and then I'm like, fuck. And then I look over my shoulder, and the other cat's like knocking the lamp over. It was just like this endless, like, let's fuck with Julian, you know what I mean? It was just unbelievable. And normally I don't get like that, like stressed out, but I was just like, man, I'm like, all this shit is just fucking stressing me out, man. You know, I have my limits, you know? I'm just like anybody, I have my limits. Yeah, I have my limits, man. And I literally have to leave at 8:45 tomorrow to go to church, which means I have to get up at probably about 7 a.m. because I have to have time to walk the dog, take a shower. And let's see, if we leave at 8:45, I mean, I could probably get up at like 7:45. That'd be enough time to walk the dog, take a shower, and get out the door. Which means I can't stay up too late. And it's 9 o'clock, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get to level 44 tonight, which I really wanted to. Let's bail out of here, because we can get faster experience by going to, by going to and doing some quests. Sleeping cow is so cool. But it's getting sold and still.
Off with you.
I gotta repair my gear.
Hello, be careful.
Missed the boat, of course. I've missed the boat the last like 4 times I've gone to Menethil Harbor. No joke. Last 4 times I've gone to Menethil, the boat's pulling away. I bet you've watched my stream a lot. I am cursed. Whenever I come to Menethil Harbor and I look out the frickin' inn, I always see the boat, sailing away. I swear, it's like 80% of the time. I'm like cursed with that stupid boat. And it's only Menethil Harbor. It's not the other harbors. It's just, come on. Really? Everyone's against me today. Calgon, take me away. What is this? I don't want it. Don't want this junk. Don't need this. Alright, we need to go to, we need to go to Desolus to turn in the stupid quest. More time. No, I don't even have fishing on this character. This character doesn't even have fishing, I don't think. Because I usually won't level fishing on more than one character. It's like if I'm going to fish, I'll fish on this character. Because it's just such a pain to level. So my hunter is my fisherman. So. Well, my hunter's my fisherman. Where's that cat? That cat came back in here. Anubis, why are you laying under my desk? What trouble are you going to get into? I know, exactly, man. Well, and it's not just that. I mean, I've been having this sciatic nerve pain in my left hip, Nine Bay, for like the past 2 weeks. First, about 3 weeks ago, and it always runs in circles, man. When you get to be my age, this is what happens. Like, I'm 53, right? I'm going to be 54 in just a couple months. So what happens is you'll have, like, back pain, or you'll do something will irritate your back. Right? And of course, if I was in really good shape, this probably wouldn't happen, but I'm not in really good shape. You'll have, like, back pain. This guy died on his... This is the guy that died on his 60 rogue. He got killed by Emperor. I said, don't let the Emperor punk you again. So, like, my back was hurting. And so usually when something hurts, like your back, like something was out of whack with my back, then, like, it caused me to make something with my hip get out of whack. So then I had to start having a sciatic nerve in my left hip, like pain shooting through my hip. And then when that went away, then my right knee started to hurt. It's like they're all, like, interconnected. I swear, This guy's leveling. Yeah, you're leveling fast. Oh, here, let me give him the buff. Okay, he's just got decent gear. About physio exercises? Yeah, it's well, I have my knee's always been one of those things that sometimes it just bothers me, and I think there's just cartilage in my knee that needs to be. I think I need a knee scope to have the cartilage cleaned out in my right knee. I think. I don't know. I've been running with the dog a lot, not like sprinting really, but just running. You know, running with the dog, working him out, and I'm not really like in my age, in my condition right now. It's not easy for me to run really fast. You know, it doesn't feel good. Let's just put it that way. If I run like all out, it hurts. Like my knee hurts if I do that. Not just my knee, like my ankles hurt because my, you know, the tendons in my ankles and in my joints they're just not used to that kind of all out physical activity, and all out sprinting. You know, I can jog fine and I can run, but I can't run like 100% full speed. It's just my body just isn't really in that kind of condition anymore. It could, you know, tendons are probably too tight, not limber enough. Exactly. So. But I've been working on it. You know, I've been working out. I've been doing stretching exercises, and I'm definitely getting in better shape. But it's just a long process, you know. Yeah, exactly. You got to strengthen the muscles around those areas, like my thighs. Yeah, for sure, for sure. And that's one thing that, I mean, I live on the 3rd floor. I'm going up and down these stairs like if I look at my Apple Watch, and I wasn't even wearing my Apple Watch all day today, Ryan Bay, but it says I've done 5,624 steps today, and I wasn't even wearing it all day. So I guarantee, and it says I've done 2.7 miles today. And I know I've done more than that because I didn't have my Apple Watch on the whole day. So it's not like I'm not moving around, you know. It's not like I'm not moving around. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have been lifting up. I do certain exercises for my shoulders because I have tendonitis in my shoulders, mostly my right shoulder from tennis. And I have tendonitis in my right elbow. So and since I'm on the computer like way too much, that you know, accentuates the pain in my my joints and my, you know, my right wrist and my right elbow, my right forearm. So I mean, I'm moving around. It's not like I'm sitting still. Yeah, I'm gonna fly to. I've got a quest to turn in here. I just want to turn it in to get it out of my quest log, and then from there, I don't know if I have Feralus yet. I don't think I have the Feralus flight path. I can't remember, but there's actually quests we can do in Feralus too. I don't think I have the Feralus. Let's see. Well, no, it looks like I'm still too low for Feralus. We're still about 4 levels away, probably.
Great to meet you. See you.
And I definitely have a problem with my left arch, my left foot, like the arch. I was all out sprinting with the dog about 2 years ago, and I hurt my arch. And I don't know if it was it wasn't like really bad, but it hurt. You know, it was sore for like about a week. And I don't know if I have what do you call it? A Linz Frank injury? Maybe like some cracks in the bone in the foot, or if it's just a tendon issue. But sometimes when I'm walking the dog, especially if I'm running around with the dog, my left foot will just start to hurt. It almost feels like a bad cramp in the bottom of that arch. And I know it's from that one time that I hurt it when I was sprinting. And I would have thought it would have healed, but it definitely doesn't hurt as often. But every once in a while, I'd say about once a week or once every 2 weeks, it'll just hurt and ache, almost like I've got a foot cramp, but it's not a foot cramp. So, you know, it sucks when you get old, man. Things just start to fall apart, man. Unless you're like really cognizant of working out and doing the right things to stay in shape. Like, if you did like I did, because I went a big patch there, a good patch of about 12 years, where all I did was go out with friends and just, we just went out, we drank. Went out to bars, drank beer. We weren't working out, exercising. We were just going out, doing stuff, seeing movies, drinking beer, hanging out, not really not doing any exercising. Kind of let my body go there for about 12 years. Don't let that happen, man. Give you guys a fair warning, man. If you want to age gracefully, never stop working out. Always, at the very least, do some stretching and just be mobile. Do lots of walking. Walking's good, swimming. Just don't be, what's the word? When you're, and the other thing too is I'm a computer programmer, so I sit on my ass. That can't be good for my legs, It's like how my Apple Watch always tells me to get up every hour to stand. You know what I mean? So, what's so sad? The fact that my body's falling apart? Yeah, well, it's not just, yeah. And I think the United States is worse than some other countries too. It depends on what country you're from. Some countries are better, and even some states. It's a state-to-state thing in the United States too. Like people in California are definitely a lot more aware, or a lot more health conscious. So a lot of it depends on where you grew up. I would definitely say that people in Florida are not exactly the. I don't think Florida is one of those states where health conscious really plays into it a whole lot. Florida's a big, drinking and, going to the beach, but just sitting at the beach, getting sun, ruining your skin, and you see so many people in Florida that have really bad skin. I'm lucky because I've never been a kind of person who likes to sit at the beach. I did spend years and years on the tennis court in the sun, but that was when I was younger. Like now, I pretty much avoid the sun. I'm like a vampire. As Zelch, what's up, Zelch? As you're stuffing your face in pizza. Dude, I used to do that all the time, man. I don't drink anymore. Like Zelch, I don't drink anymore. Like the only time I drink is on Christmas when I'm at the in-laws with my wife's father loves to drink, man. The guy has drank his whole life. How you doing, man? And so whenever we go to the in-laws we're for my wife's sisters usually every year. So there's usually 20 people there. It's all her family, not my family. But her dad drinks. He always drinks. He brings a cooler of beer with him everywhere he goes. If he's going to the park to walk, for any kind of a long walk, he takes a cooler beer. If he's going to the in-laws for Christmas, he takes a cooler beer. You know what I mean? So at Christmas, I always have, this year, I think I had 3 beers and a glass of wine. But that's it. During the year, I don't drink at all. I don't drink at all, man. I don't even eat pizza anymore. The only pizza I eat is this Greek pizza by my wife's parents' house because it's really good. It's like a different type of crust. It's a much lighter crust. It's not super filling. It's a very light crust, and it's just really good. It's just really good pizza. Actually, I've got a picture of it on my phone, and I usually eat the spinach pizza because it's just really good. Let's see if I can show you guys really quick what it looks like. I was just feeling really stressful when I started the stream. Probably not the best time to start streaming. So let me look at a picture of a pizza that'll calm me down more than anything, probably. Let's see if I can find it. My God. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just search your images really quick? Oh, you can. Let me type in pizza and see what happens. Hey, it actually worked. It actually worked. All right, cool. Let's go to Discord. And we're going to go to my Discord. Actually, we'll just send it to Einbay because I'm going to send Einbay. This is the only pizza I really eat right now, and I don't eat it very often. I'd say maybe once every 2 months I probably eat this. And it's this Greek pizza. And it's really, you can see the crust is a much lighter crust. It's a different kind of crust. I don't know how the Greeks make this, but this is the Greek spinach pizza that I get. And it's good. It's really good. But it's not anywhere near as thick and heavy. I mean, it may look thick and heavy, just the cheese, but under the cheese is a very, very light, crispy crust. It's excellent pizza. Now I want pizza. Damn it, Zelch. Now you're making me want pizza. You gonna give it a 5 out of 10? Well, it doesn't look all that much. Like my favorite pizza, I'm a deep dish pizza guy because I lived for a long time in Chicago, so I'm a deep dish pizza. Like my favorite pizza, one of my favorite pizzas is gonna be this Exchequer Pub, right? Like this pizza here. This one. This is Exchequer Pub pizza. This is like one of my favorite pizzas. You can see it's so greasy that it actually is baked in the oven on a pan that's beneath it that allows the grease to drain down through here to this to the area below. This pizza is freaking phenomenal. But I'm a deep dish pizza person. I love deep dish pizza. Yeah, that's not even like a super thick pizza. You know, like I'd say the thickest pizza, one of the thicker pizzas is Giordano's. A lot of people might not like Giordano's, but the thing is you have to have Giordano's at the right place. Like it varies from location. You need to get it on. Yeah, so like, I mean, this is like a Giordano's, right? And the Giordano's pizza is really good. And what they do is they put, and this is way thicker than the one I just showed you. And this is the one that's by O'Hare, actually. But it's actually crust, cheese. I'm trying to remember how they do the layers. There's like 3 layers of cheese. There's like a layer of cheese in the very bottom. There's a layer of cheese, I think there's a layer of cheese at the bottom. There's a layer of cheese in the middle, and like one on the above that, and then there's the sauce on top. So it's like cheese, toppings, cheese, sauce or something. It's ridiculous, but it's really good. It's actually really good. And my other favorite pizza, I mean, Giordano's is, if you get it in Chicago, it's good. Don't get it anywhere else because it's just garbage. Another one of my favorite pizzas is Leonardo's. And not Leonardo's. Is Leonardo's? It's not Leonardo's. I'm sorry. Is it Leonardo? Man, oh my God, it's been so long. Not Leonardo's. There's Giordano's. God, I can't believe I haven't ate there in so long that I've forgotten what it's called. I forgot what it's called. It's not Leonardo's. Let's see if we can find it really quick. Lou Malnati's is pretty good. Giordano's. Bertoli's is decent. Oh, it's not even on this list. We're surprised. Pizzeria Uno's garbage. I don't like Pizzeria Uno. That's like the tourist pizza. That's like when the tourists come into town. You know what I mean? Don't ever get Chicago pizza. That's the one that's called Chicago pizza. That one's not any good. I know it starts with an L. Whatever, I can't remember. That just shows that I haven't been to Chicago in a long time, which is really a sad thing. Look how thick the Giordano's is, though. I mean, it's freaking insane how thick their pizza is. Well, I can't eat New York pizza. Man, there's like a guy at work who's lived in New York, and he's just like, New York pizza is like the best, and blah blah blah. And I've actually been to New York, and hold on a second. To get paid, you're gonna have to get back to Ironforge and speak to some. Okay, fine. Fine, we'll go back to Ironforge. Easy turn in. Yeah, but like the New York pizza, it's all floppy looking shit, and people are like, oh, you gotta fold it over. I'm like, why the fuck do I want to fold some floppy piece of pizza over? It's gross. It's like, it's not. I had it. I went to what was, I actually waited, right? I actually waited in line for like an hour, or not maybe 45 minutes to go to a downtown Manhattan Chicago pizza. I mean, not Chicago, sorry, New York pizza. And it was not good. It was, I mean, it wasn't like bad. It wasn't like gross, but it was like nothing compared to like the good Chicago pizzas. And I'm convinced that if someone who loves New York pizza actually took the time to actually eat the really good Chicago pizzas, I mean, you'd have to be crazy not to like it. If you eat like that first one I showed you, like Exchequer Pub pizza, and you don't like that pizza, I'm not even going to be your friend. I don't want you to talk to me anymore because you cannot eat that. Not if you like pizza and you eat Exchequer Pub pizza and you don't like it, there's something wrong with you. It's freaking phenomenal. It's like crack cocaine. You know what I mean? It's like awesome. Oh my god. And that's the one place that I missed. If people say, "What do you miss most about Chicago?" I would say Exchequer Pub pizza. That's what I miss the most. After that, I'd say the first fall of snow in Chicago. Oh, the pizza in New York. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's nowhere near as good as Chicago pizza. That's, it's just nowhere near as good. And the thing is, the problem with New Yorkers is a lot of them, the only experience they've ever had with Chicago pizza wasn't Chicago pizza. It was like deep dish pizza that was made outside of Chicago that claims it's Chicago style. Well, I can tell you, here in Florida, there's lots of places there's one place here called Chicago's Pizza. And you go there and eat it, and it's garbage. It's like eating cardboard, and it looks just like Giordano's. It's thick just like Giordano's. It looks the part. It looks just like it, but it tastes like garbage. And so I'm convinced that most New Yorkers have had Chicago pizza outside of Chicago. And it's garbage, man. You have to have the pizza there in Chicago at the restaurants that I'm telling you to go to. I've been downtown Manhattan. I've had pizza where I waited 45 minutes in line to eat their damn pizza because I was told that was the best pizza downtown Manhattan, and I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't hate it. It wasn't like it was unedible, but it just wasn't as good as the pizza I'm used to in Chicago. So when people hype their New York pizza, I would just say to them, have you been to Chicago? Have you been to Exchequer Pub? Have you been to like the Giordano's down on Rush Street? Have you actually eaten that pizza at those locations? Because if you haven't, then you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? You don't know what you're talking about. Like, I would never comment on how good, because I'd never had New York pizza for years, and people always talked about it, and I said, well, I love Chicago pizza. Oh, New York's the better. And I'm like, well, all I can tell you is I've never had New York pizza. At that time, I'd never had it. You know what I mean? This is not Season of Discovery. I don't play Season. I don't play that garbage. I don't play their weak-ass attempt to retain subs. Oh, I am sorry, guys. I'm very bitchy today. I apologize. It is. But, well, you have to understand that the kid at my work is a total, millennial through and through. You know what I mean? And if you're an older person, and you'll know what I mean. They think that they know everything. And they don't really know anything. But they think they know everything. Because they read it on the internet. You know what I mean? Oh, I saw it on the internet. Someone on the internet said it was the best, so it must be. I'm like, what, are you stupid? Are you really that dumb? Not everything you read on the internet's true. Do you always believe what you read? I love millennials because they're so easy to make fun of. I just would love to be able to hit 44 before I go to bed, because I would love to be able to get the true silver breastplate equipped, and I want to see how it's going to affect my ability to pull multiple mobs. Because I know that the heal is good. I know the heal can crit. So I'm very excited to get this bad boy equipped, but I also need to get it enchanted. But I have an enchanter that can do, and he's always online, Altarian. Is a really good enchanter, and he's got most of the recipes. He doesn't have 20 plus 30 spell power though, which is unfortunate, because I need to get that. But So Timo. Have you seen? Hey Zelch, have you seen? Did you watch me talking about the roadmap for Project Epic? Because Project Epic looks like it could be pretty good if they pull off what they say they're working on. If it actually is done with a degree of quality, then Project Epic is going to be a very, very fun Classic Plus experience. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I mean, they've got new battlegrounds, like entirely new battlegrounds. They've got Ultra Rock Valley. They've got undead paladins. They've got new dungeons. Onyxia is not just one fight anymore. There's 2 other bosses in Onyxia's lair. So when you go to Onyxia's lair, you'll be killing 3 bosses. Like, there's a lot of stuff. They've already done over 1,000 custom quests. So, and of course, since they're using WoW TS or whatever it's called, WoW TypeScript or whatever. TypeScript WoW, I guess. Is that what it's called? What is it called? It allows them to have more custom. It allows them to have more flexibility. Now we're talking about a private. Hey, change. We're talking about a private server, a private server project called Project Epic. Yeah, this is TypeScript WoW. Let's see. Here's the root project. TypeScript WoW is a free modding framework, mod loader, integrated development environment for the World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King expansion built around Trinity Core emulator. With TypeScript WoW, you use the TypeScript programming language and the VS Codium editor. I'm assuming they mean VS Code, which probably maybe it's underlying. Maybe it's called Codium. I don't know. I wasn't familiar with that term, and I use VS Code all the time. TSWoW is a programming environment, and language we use is TypeScript. So it is a programming environment. This is one of the easier languages to learn. Yeah, TypeScript is easy. It's like JavaScript, but with better type safe stuff. Strongly typed. Integrated development environment, functions, object classes, methods, callback functions, delegates, which JavaScript already has this. JavaScript already has this. JavaScript already has this. So really the only difference is that it's strongly typed. Yeah. Onyxia is supposed to be the boss. I'm probably a little bit too low level to do all these quests, but we can definitely do this one.
Hey, how you doing?
And
Be
this
good.
one.
Have a good one. Yo! Glad I could help.
Okay.
Right back.
Level 43 change. 43. Yeah. You know I only play hardcore. Pretty much right now, the only thing I'm playing is hardcore. Ba, 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 ba. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I'm using the frost oil. That's fine. Were you coming, buddy? You coming? I think he got lost. Oh yeah. Yeah, Season of Discovery. Not a fan. I mean, it just sounds like trying to find some sort of whatever. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm so sick of Season of Discovery. I can't even talk about it. That's how much I hate it. I don't even want to talk about it. Because it just shows how much Blizzard shits on the player base. I guess I'm going to level up my unarmed right here, aren't we?
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I don't know. I need to go to... I'm going to have to go to STV, unfortunately. We'll knock out, like, these couple entry quests. What do we got? Yeah, we'll just knock out these two quests. And then probably at that point, we're just going to have to go to STV. I don't see really any way around it, to be honest.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah. I don't know, Einbei. It kind of sucks being in a guild all by yourself. But then we have that was always the hard part about creating my own guild, 'cause it's like it's just me, right? The really the benefit of it was having my guild bank, but I actually forgot that we don't have the guild bank. We're gonna have to transfer this guild to one of my other characters. That means this character won't have a cool tabard, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, it does. Community definitely adds to enjoyment. But Protection Paladin doesn't get a lot of love, unfortunately. Yeah. It was just being my own all the time. Even if I'm just playing with myself, right? And I meant that to sound the way it sounds, right?
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
You were screwed.
No, because people don't, because it's hardcore, Einbei. It's hardcore. People don't want to die. People don't want to lose their level 40, level 50 characters. So when they're looking to get in a group with a tank, they want to run with what they consider is the best tank, which is going to be a warrior. That way they're minimizing the possibility of something bad happening. You know what I mean? That's what hardcore is all about. It's all about trying to minimize the risk. You know, especially when you're like level 60, because you're going to be at level 60 trying to get your gear, your BS gear, and start getting into LBRS, URS. So you're trying to set up, you're trying to minimize your risk. I do think, I 100% feel that Paladins are the best tanks in the undead instances, but outside of the undead instances, without having a taunt, it can be, they're not going to be the best tank, of course. Yeah. Well, I think Bryn is up. The guild leader is up for letting me run. Hopefully with him, but I don't know. We'll see. These mobs over here are always kind of glitchy. Like the ones like this one. They get glitchy. See how she's not coming out. And there's also stealth mobs too, so it's a little tricky. See, she's not coming out. She's just standing there. They're always, and then he resets. It's just so annoying that these mobs are glitchy like this. Yeah, we do have to find people that are willing to
Kiss your ass goodbye.
To let the paladin have, let the paladin ride, Yeah.
You were screwed.
Resist. Oh, really? I haven't seen any hardcore. Like, Gaga, you chose the streamer more than veteran? Well, I haven't seen too many streamers that are very good. Like Asmongold's not really a good player in World of Warcraft. Like Gaizu, whatever his name is, he seems okay, but, I haven't watched, like, streamers in general, they're good players. A lot of them are good players, but they're not the best players. Not usually. And the hardcore vanilla WoW is a different animal. A lot of the streamers are, like you see someone like Zaryu, he's more used to playing retail WoW than he is classic. Yeah, Guzu's EU. But yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's see if we can get this guy to actually come out. This guy won't come out, and this one won't come in. It's so funny, you know? And then they just look at that, and then they just randomly reset. You just gotta love it. I hate these mobs over here. How many more? Yeah, Pillager's the biggest one. I hate killing one mob at a time, but it's so hard to pull multiple mobs here because they're all glitched. You killed his head? Cool. Yeah, no, I'm not saying there's lots of good streamers that are good, but the ones that are really popular aren't usually the best ones. You know what I mean? Like the Asmongold's and some of the bigger name ones, like S-Fand. They're not really the best players. They're good players, but they're not like the best players. Yeah, I don't know. Well, what? A streamer guild named Stupid. What a surprise, right? What a surprise. Oh yeah, I remember that. Isn't that Soda Poppin's guild? Oh no, Soda Poppin's guild is the furry guild. Yeah, that's Soda Poppin's guild. I'm pretty sure that's Soda Poppin's guild. And he's a good player, you know what I mean? But he's a total asshole. You know what I mean? He's like a total asshole. But a lot of that, you never know. Like sometimes you don't know with streamers because you don't know what is it, is it an act? Part of him. You'd be down to Alderman one day in the future. But yeah, a lot of times you don't know if it's part of their. Maybe. You don't know if it's like an act to get views. You know what I mean? Certain people they act a certain way, and then they're afraid to change. Like for example, Asmongold acted a certain way to get to where he was, and it's hard. Although he's so big right now that he doesn't matter. Asmongold's like surpassed that. He can do whatever he wants and get away with it. But yeah, like Soda Poppin, a lot of people, he's like really, a lot of streams are him being really mean to people, but a lot of that's just for show, I think. It's just for views, And then there was like videos of Zaryu dying, and the streamers will do stuff in hardcore and die doing it just because they're trying to get views. It's like stuff that you wouldn't normally do. It's like, why would you put yourself at such a great risk for no reason other than for views? And so I don't really have I'm not really a fan of that. Like I play the game because I enjoy playing the game, and I don't want to die. I mean, if I wanted to die, I wouldn't be playing hardcore. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Why would I put all this time leveling up a character and then just kill the character off on stream just because I wanted a bunch of views? That seems pretty counter. That's just not what I would do. But I know for a fact there's streamers that do that they definitely kill off characters in hardcore just to get more views. But whatever. It's all political. It's all stupid. It's all smoke and mirrors. That's there was actually, like streaming and like influencers is kind of a joke, in a way. Well, yeah, I mean, but it's a joke. I mean, like, you have all these women who stick their boobs out and dress provocative and say provocative things on Twitch, and they just doing it for the money. And it's kind of like one guy said, you know, it's a con. It's just a con, and you got to respect the con, right? It's a con. I mean, if you're dumb enough to give them money, then you're just stupid. So you respect the con. But do you respect the person? You know? I don't really respect the person. You respect the con. You understand that they're doing it to make money. And you respect that, you know, hey, you're trying to make a living. But do you respect the person for making a living in that way? I don't. You know? Now, if I was a woman and I was beautiful and gorgeous, would I use that to my advantage to make money? I don't know. I mean, based on my personality, my personality that I have right now, I would say no, I wouldn't do that. Because I would find that kind of insulting to my character. You know?
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
It's like the people that... It's like the guy... It's the same thing with guys that are like really in shape and muscular, and when they stream, they're wearing tank tops to show off all their muscles. I wouldn't do that. Like, if I was really in shape and muscular, I just wear the same clothes I'm wearing now, just a t-shirt. You know, I wouldn't be like trying to show off. It's the same thing with people with like full body tattoos or full sleeved arm sleeve tattoos. And whenever you see them, they're like walking around with short sleeve shirts on. I'm like, why do you have a short? Not short sleeve shirts, but I mean like no sleeve shirts, right? Like no sleeve shirts. Like, why are you walking around with no sleeves? I mean, the only reason you do it is because you want everybody to see your tattoos, so that they can be like, ooh, you're cool. I was walking my dog the other day, and I walked past this apartment, and this guy had his dog out, because they have a fenced-in yard in front of these apartments here. So this guy had his dog out in the fenced-in yard barking like crazy when my dog walked by. These little stupid little tiny dogs, I hate little dogs, or yappity yappity yap, like, and he walks out there to get his dogs to shut up. And when I look over, he's completely covered in tattoos, and he's got no shirt on. I mean, it's like 50 degrees outside. Like, it's cold. It's not warm. Like, I mean, it's Florida. Like, now 50 degrees in Chicago, I wouldn't have a problem with it, because you're so used to it being cold in the winter that 50 degrees feels like summer. But in Florida, when it's hot year round, 50 degrees here feels very cold. I wouldn't be walking around, and I lived in Chicago for many years, and I can take the cold really well, but I'm not going to be walking around with no shirt on at 50 degrees down here in Florida because it's cold. But why do you think he was wearing no shirt? Because he wanted everybody to see his fully tattooed body, which, by the way, I think is kind of gross and ugly. And, you know, when you're like 60 years old, it's just going to look like an ink blot test on your body. It's going to look like shit, right? But I don't really go for that kind of stuff, you know? I'm not a, like, look at me. That's not my personality. I do stuff for fun. Like, I'll say look at me for fun. Like, hey, look at what I can do. But I'm not trying to brag. It's more like, hey, this is neat, or this is cool, or this is fun. Not, oh, I'm the best. Because I'm not. I'm not the best player in World of Warcraft. I'm not even I'm a good paladin, but am I the best paladin on the server? Hell no. You know, Now, am I the best protection paladin on the server? I'm sure I'm not. But when it comes down to that, a lot of that comes down to just what kind of gear you have. But I'm sure there's plenty of players probably even on this server. Maybe not plenty, but there's probably a few players on here that know protection paladin better than I do. There's always, you know, it's that way with anything in your life. I mean, whenever you think you're the best, there's always someone's better. If you think you're the best doctor or the best, you know, best tennis player, whatever you think it is, there's either someone better or there will be someone better, you know? So just be happy with the fact that you've accomplished something, and don't, you know, waggle your e-peen all over the place. I'm not going to lie, it gets tiring in video games. Video games is one of the worst genres for dealing with egos, dealing with people and their egos, man. It's one of the worst. Is this, no, it's not, okay. Am I done with all these quests already? I think I am. I'm just killing and yakking, bitching and moaning. That's what I do, sometimes. Not all the times. I'm just particularly in a bad mood today. You bastard. Redder's Crust of the Bear. That's a shield, right? Yeah. Marauder's Crest of the Bear. Alright, so I guess we'll turn these quests in and head to Booty Bay. Yeah, but I respect the streamers that are real people, that are just like, you could tell their personalities who they are. You know what I mean? Like, that's just them being them. Those are the people that I respect. Like, some of the streamers that I like Kanan a lot. I respect him because he feels like a real person. You know, if you ever watch Kanan, he just seems like a good real person. You know, he's a Korean guy, but I think he lives in the United States. But he speaks Korean. He's just, you know, has good content. Who else? You know, Bellular Gaming. Bellular seems like down-to-earth, straightforward guy. I like Bellular. I used to like this other streamer, but he disappeared. He like literally just straight up disappeared one day. And he was an interesting guy. He was really smart. But you could tell there was something odd about him. Not necessarily a bad odd, but just different. And I could never really put my finger on it. I didn't like his Discord server, though. It was very... It wasn't toxic. There was just a lot of kind of vulgarity, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of swearing just to swear. You know, I don't drop the F-bomb a lot. I do drop it, but I don't swear just to swear. I don't say F in this and F in that, F, 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 F. You know, that's not really me.
See you soon. What can I do for you?
Let's go here.
Safe travels.
What was his name, though? Starts with an F. And he just disappeared. I always wondered what happened to him. You see streamers that do that. They just literally like fall off the face of the map. I probably still have him. Have him in my subscriptions. In case he ever came back online. It's funny sometimes when you look at who you subscribe to, it's like, I've subscribed to a lot of people. Alkalite's cool. He's just because he's just a gamer. This is someone who just loves video games. I wonder if he's done any videos lately. Ooh, long demo. He always plays like action games, action MMOs like Elden Ring and stuff like that, and the Amazon gaming experience. I wonder what that is. But he has really good videos. I've never heard of Wulong. But you can see he always plays these, and he plays a lot of console though, and I'm not a console player, but he plays a lot of action-based, you know, very Twitch response type, you know, games. And he's very good at them. Like, very good at them. He used to do Street Fighter tournaments. Like, he actually played in Street Fighter tournaments. So he's one of those guys that was really big into, you know, combat games. But he's a really, really good player. It is funny because he doesn't have hardly any subscribers. Because he obviously doesn't care about streaming that much. But he always will put up a few videos. You can see, like, year ago, like... You know, 1 year ago, there's 3 videos. There's one video 10 months ago. Then you go 2 years ago, 1 video. Then 3 years ago, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he doesn't put up videos very often, but every once in a while he puts one up. And it's always, they're always like action combat games here. Dragon's Dogma is pretty cool. Actually, Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming. I'm super excited about Dragon's Dogma 2 because it looks really good. Here's what Dragon's Dogma 2 looks like graphically. I love Dragon's Dogma. Well, the cool thing about Dragon's Dogma is you have a party of players that you control, and they're like, you could customize them. Like, you can actually create these characters that you create them and pick like their class, and you customize like the way they look and their voice. And when you're moving around the world, you can have them carry gear for you. You can you equip them, so you give them what gear you want to give them. But the other thing that's really weird is they're called peons, I think, or something. I can't remember, but there's this thing in the game where you can park the character. You can like basically park the character in, I can't remember what it's called, but you park them in this like zone or this area, and other people that are playing the game can go into that same area and basically recruit your character, your NPC, and then your NPC goes out and plays with another real player. And then that real player can actually level up your party NPC, and then put them back in the void or whatever it's called, and then when you go back and grab your character out of the void or whatever it's called, they retain all the experience and leveling and gear that the other real player that used your pawn, it's called a pawn, use your, you know what I mean? So it's a really interesting system. You know, Dragon's Dogma's got some really, really cool systems, but you can see, and actually Dragon's Dogma has the best, and I'm going to throw it out there right now. Dragon's Dogma has the best spell animations of any game ever. Like ever. Like any fantasy game ever made. Like some of the spell animations in Dragon's Dogma are just epic, right? Now I'm talking about, I don't want to include games in the past few years because I haven't played all the console, and the way graphics are with the consoles are so much better now. But I'd say, you know, 5 years ago and prior to 5 years ago, I'd say Dragon's Dogma has the best spell animations of all time. It's got a really interesting combat system. I mean, look at this. Look at this combat. I mean, that's epic. Look at the size of that dragon. And the cool part is you can climb up on beasts. So at some point, he's probably going to climb up on this dragon. Let's see if he does. You can see the stars here. It's kind of like a lot of games where you have to knock through each one of these. They're like bars of health, and you got to go through each one of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars of health. It's a lot of bars of health. Let's see if we can put some stuff in the bank, maybe.
Yo!
Yep. A lot of this is just garbage. Do we have any, like... let's go this. And do we have any potions? Few. None that I... We have some gear, but it's nothing I can equip.
Keep it real.
Let's check the mailbox real quick. Bots. You gotta love bots. Is this better than mine? Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's got a lot more armor. Tends to get 1 more stamina, 7 spirit. Lose some agility, but if I can get a chant on it, could be worth using. Let me, yeah. Ah, that was a bad jump. One thing that's cool about vanilla WoW is you can just create a level 1 enchanter who can basically disenchant anything. And of course, in any version of WoW after vanilla, that's not the case. Like a level 1 enchanter can only disenchant items up to a certain, you know, level. So you'd have to actually level up the enchanter. But so basically everybody pretty much is going to have like a level 1 banker who's also an enchanter because you just DE stuff. Because getting regions is really easy, and they sell for like ridiculous amounts of gold. Like a large brilliant shard probably sells for like 7 gold, like 1. Essence of Air is selling for like 28 gold. Essence of Earth I think was selling for like 30 gold. You know, I farmed Essence of Air this morning and I got 4 or 5 of them, so I made like 100 gold in like I think 40 minutes. But that was just because that's how many I got. You could actually sometimes get lucky and get a lot more drops. You know, you might get, like I was talking to some guy and he said he got like 4 drops in like 20 minutes. So he made like, you know, 100 gold in 20 minutes. Yeah, we got a long way to go to 44. I don't think it's going to happen tonight. Sadly, I don't think we're going to make it to 44 tonight. It'll have to be tomorrow night. Because tomorrow I'm going to be busy because I got to go to church in the morning, then I got to go to my wife's parents' house, and I don't know how long I'll be there, and then we're probably going to go shopping because my wife wants to get new towels. So I don't know when I'm going to... Yeah, the yawn of doom. Oh, you mean like if you get tired, you get killed? I mean, there were times today, today I've been very, very, very distracted. Like, very distracted. And there's times when I was playing the game that I actually said to myself, I said, I shouldn't be playing. Because I'm just too distracted. You know, when you're pulling like 5, 6, it only takes a couple of silly mistakes to get killed. One thing I did today that almost got me killed was I took them out of my inventory, but there's those potions you can take that give you like a ton of armor, like 1500 armor for like 3 minutes. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I took one of those thinking, oh, I was like really low on health, and I had all these guys saying to me, I was like, I'll just take one of these potions. It gives me 1500 armor. Well, I can tell you right now that if you don't have a lot of mana, you don't have a lot of health, those potions aren't really a good idea, because it's better to have more health or more mana as a paladin than to just have more armor. Because I used that potion, and then my health got really low, and I went to hit my healing potion. I'm like, oh shit, my healing potion's on cooldown. Why is it on cooldown? Because I used that stupid 1500 armor potion. Because I wasn't used to using those. And so I had to bubble, run out. I aggroed like 3 other guys. I had like 5 or 6 or 7 guys chasing me. And I got down to, you know, like 20% health, and I had to lay on hands. And then I'm still running, and I'm dodging like wolves, and I'm dodging more mobs. And it was scary. It was like really scary. And I lived, but that was all just because of just kind of lack of really paying attention. You know? That's usually what gets you killed in hardcore. It's usually when your focus wanes. You know, you lose your focus, or you're tired. The funny part in hardcore is like when I die, it's always like a shock. Like it's always like such a shock, because I just don't, when I play hardcore, I don't expect to die, you know. I mean, I'm like, I'm not gonna die. And that's not me being like egotistical. That's just, I just don't, you know, I know the game. You know, I know the class, I know the game, and like I really shouldn't die. Like I don't put myself in super risky situations. I mean, you saw me earlier, Imbe. You know, I'm pulling 4 or 5 mobs at times. It's no big deal. It's completely, you know, manageable. You know, I let my health drop. There was a couple times I let my health drop today to around like 10%, but I knew I was completely safe because the mobs. And that's the thing too, is you have to understand. You have to know the mobs really well enough to be able to do that comfortably. You have to know like what's the biggest crit this mob can do. You know, that's where some people do get killed. And in fact, Stranglethorn Vale, over by the island with the water elementals, is where a lot of people die, because there's these troll shamans, and people will be fighting them, and they'll let their health get down to like, you know, like 30%, and they think, oh, they're fine, but then the troll shaman does this AoE fire blast wave, which actually hits really hard. And I've seen people just get killed by that, and they're just not expecting it. So that's just a lack of knowing what the mob can do. What is it? Bring Smot's chest.
See you around. Greetings.
I don't know. Smot's chest. Where is Smot's chest? Oh, that's in Gadgetson. What's my quest log look like? Oh God, why is my quest log full? What's up, yo? Oh my God, Dark Council. I head into Gaza. We can go pick that quest up if we want to. That's easy. Skull Rock cleanup. We can pick that quest up. Do I have the necklaces? We can pick this back up. That's easy. We're not gonna lose our necklaces. That'll free. So we got a Curious by the bundle.
What can I do for you?
We could do that. They're like 45. They're pretty high level. I don't think so. No, I think it's over in Gadgetson, isn't it? Maybe not. I thought it was the one that was over here, you know, over by the Pirates Cove. But maybe not. If it's not the Pirates Cove, then they're expecting me to get it here. Yeah, you're right. It's Smot's chest. Yeah, we don't want to do that one. Thank you, Imbe. That's a no-go. We're not going to do that. No, thank you. No, thank you. I will not be a part of that, sir.
Talk to me.
Thank you very much. Doc Holiday. No, thank you.
Hey there. See you around. Farewell.
Captain's Dagger. Look at all these quests. Look at all these quests. Whee! Okay, can we do...
Can I help you? See you later. Hey there. Be careful.
Do we have enough room? Yes. There's one other quest that we can get, but I don't have enough room. And that's the Dizzy's Eye, which I don't know if it's available yet. I don't think it is. No. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, come on. Oh, I can't do it with the little character. Hold on a second. You gotta go? Oh, man. All right, Imbe, I'll see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry I was in such a bad mood. I'm hoping... No, what are you doing? See, this is when you know I'm tired. I can't even make simple jumps. Parkour! You gotta wait. Let's see if I can make this jump. This jump up here is a tricky one. Watch this. Watch this. Let's see if I can make it. Oh, I think it might be easier from the other side. Can we mount here now? I also think it's easier with a night elf for some reason. I think it's easier to make from coming from the other direction. So you're basically going to jump off here, slide across the front, and land on the ledge. I might also need to jump from... I need to jump closer to it, but I also think I might need to jump from higher up. Actually, no, it's right here. Oh, bollocks.
Interesting.
Bollocks. It is makeable. I've usually made it from the other direction, though, so I wonder if there's... I don't know. But I've made the jump. You playing the wheelchair class? Yeah, I am playing the wheelchair class. That is so true. I call this the This is the Netflix class. This is a Netflix build class where I can basically just sit around and watch Netflix while I'm leveling, because it's... Although when you get to the point later on when I get higher level and I start pulling like 7-8 mobs at once, then it gets a little bit more intense. Because you have to rotate through your abilities. So people don't understand that. People who haven't played Protection Paladin the way I have, if you've never played a Protection Paladin in vanilla and you try to do what I'm doing when I'm like level 50, you're gonna die. You would straight up just die because you wouldn't know what to do. And it's not like the rotations, because it's basically situational. The rotations are going to change. They're not always going to be the same. Like, you have to be able to assess, do I need to throw up Devo Aura? Do I need to judge Wisdom here? Do I need to judge Light? Do I need to maybe judge Justice? I mean, it's very situational. Have I done this part? No, I haven't actually. I need better food, too. And that's how you found my channel? What, just playing the wheelchair class, right? How did you find my channel, though? Did you just stumble across it, or were you searching for, like, a specific thing? Do I want to do... I want this one, yeah. Learn how to max out? Oh, really? Yeah, and I'm not even the first, and I'm not, like, there's so much I don't know about Protection Paladins. Like, I don't know all the best gear, but most of that stuff you can pretty much find. I think there's a lot more to it than just, like, knowing, like, what build. Like, in fact, most of the builds I disagree with. Like I was looking at a guide earlier in here. Let me log it. I want to log out because I don't want to lose my buffs. Oh, hey, actually here. Let's see if I can get credit for killing this guy. Come on, give me credit. Yeah, good. We at least got the reputation, right? But there's a... Oh, you were always holy. See, I've never played holy. I have never played holy. And one of these days I will play holy, but I'll have to get to the point where I really don't want to play a priest, because to me, I really enjoy playing... What is this? I really enjoy playing priest as a healer. Whoops. There we go. Where's the pause? Is there a pause? There we go. Okay, now I forgot what I was going to do. Okay, so classic, no, vanilla, WoW, Protection Paladin, Tank It. And it's I think it's the Warcraft Tavern. This one here is really good. They've got some really cool information, but what I was going to show you really quickly is the build. If you look at the build here, I actually disagree with this build. Most of the builds, no, don't leave yet, I'm making a point here. Most of the builds, like with the Protection Paladin, there's a lot, they're going to be fairly similar. But there's a lot of, like, little nuances and little things you can kind of change. The Retribution Tree, 100% accurate. This is what I have in Ret. Usually if I'm doing a Protection Paladin, like an AoE type, type farming build. But if you look at the Protection Tree, where I typically... Now, and again, this really has to come down to, is this for, like, raiding or what? See, this talent is aimed for, see it is. So this one's saying it's aimed for raid tanking. So because he's aiming for raid tanking, I probably would agree with this. Actually, oh, and this one is this is a different build. This is different than the build I looked at earlier today, actually, because he doesn't have Devo. Let me look at this again. See, he doesn't have Devo Aura. The one I looked at earlier, he did. Yeah, see, he's got, yeah, which I agree. I agree with this one. This one's 100% accurate. Everything here's, no. He's got strength, though. And I'm not 100% sure. Now, I know that for raid tanking, he's really trying to push damage because your best way to get threat is by doing more damage. So by going strength, he's probably trying to push for damage to get more threat. But it's you know, that's really a toss-up because you really have a lot of mana issues with Protection Paladin. But I'm assuming that they're going to be going with consumables, probably Flask of the Supreme, whatever, intellect. The one that gives you just a ton of intellect for like 2 hours or whatever. But anyways, if you go to this one, this is probably the one that had the different build. It was a little bit slightly different. This one's really good because they go through a lot of number crunching on some of the abilities, like the Greater Blood. This one's a really good one article. Actually, I like this one a lot. They talk about a lot of different seals, a lot of different gear. They talk about the Skull Flame Shield and how it affects you in larger pools. But this one here is the build that the intent of this build is to maximize damage mitigation for those who want to exclusively focus on tanking in most situations. Now here he's saying, note that 5/5 improved devotion orb presents an increase of approximately 184 armor to devotion orb rank 7, which has a base value of 735. This small armor bonus has diminishing returns as better tank gear is obtained, making it less useful. So these points can be a wild card. So I would 100% say that he's right here, and that yes, where I disagree with this one. And again, the retribution tree is perfect. Holy tree is exactly how I go. Like the other one for the raid tank on the other tab was going strength. I like to go intellect, but again, if you're having trouble with threat, maybe strength's better. But I always have so much intellect issues that I like to go intellect. But I don't agree with going Devo, and I don't agree with going anticipation, just because 5 out of 5 anticipation only gives you 10 defense, which only equates to 0.4%. So instead of having 1% chance to dodge, you're gonna have 1.4% chance to dodge. So and 4.4% more chance to block and parry. Do you really feel that 5 talent points is worthy of just 10 defense? I don't, myself, personally. I would much rather put these 5 points, 4 of them into Reckoning, 1 of them into Improved Hammer of Justice. Now, I like Improved Dodge just simply because it lets me basically stun targets. Now, this is more for 5-man dungeons, though, not for raiding. Like for raiding, I don't even know how I would build protection for raiding, to be honest. I probably would go back to this guy's, which is a raid build, and probably say that this probably is good for raiding, because when you're going to raid gear, you really want to be defense capped. So if you're not defense capped, I could see where getting the 10 points in defense here would be useful. But if you're already defense capped, then of course defense capped, you wouldn't need this. So that's really gear based. And again, same thing here. If you're going for strength, it's probably because you're trying to really optimize your threat generation. And you don't care maybe quite as much about mana generation, just simply because you're probably going to be running quite some flasks that are going to really increase your intellect. I'm assuming, unless it's, I don't know if you're doing Flask of Supreme Power. Let's see what he's got here. See, this is what I figured. He's doing the Flask of Distilled Wisdom, which is going to increase your mana by 2,000 for 2 hours. The reason he's doing this is because obviously mana is an issue. He also has Flask of Titans. He said not really needed in 20 mans, but smart to use starting out. It gives 1,200 more. I would rather have the Distilled Wisdom as a paladin as opposed to the Titans, unless I guess there's certain bosses that just hit exceedingly hard. And then of course you've got your mana pots that you're going to be popping. You probably have some demonic runes because you may need to get some mana that way as well. So that's always good to have those. And that's why he can go strength here, because he's going to have probably the Flask of Supreme or Distilled Wisdom. So that's fine. So I don't really see anything wrong with this build for raiding, but for this one here, for like 5-man dungeons or for non-raid dungeons, I definitely wouldn't put stuff in Devo, and I wouldn't put the stuff in Anticipation either. I would take these 10 points and I would put 4 of them into Reckoning. I would put 5 of them into One-Handed Weapon Specialization. I put the 10th point into Improved Hammer or Guardian's Favor. And the reason Guardian's Favor is nice because it reduces the cooldown of your Blessing of Protection. And if you have a mob that's running at your healer, or if you have something going on with your rogue where he's getting threat, one of the easiest ways to save that situation is either to hodge the person who's hitting the healer or the rogue, or just to throw Blessing of Protection, on them. Now, if it's a boss, hodging a boss, a lot of times they're going to be immune or have a high chance to resist. So Guardian's Favor is better because, There's no resistance of you bopping your healer or bopping your rogue. So definitely I really highly recommend, if you're doing a lot of 5-man and 10-man content, to at least put 1 point into Guardian's favor, just for so you can bop more often, because that'll save a lot of people's lives. And then, of course, you know, these two are just going to increase your damage, which is going to increase your threat. So more threat's great. But outside of that, the rest of this is pretty good. But I liked this guide a lot because it really, like I said, it really crunched the numbers, and it really talked about the gear, like the different gear that you can get that's really good for protection. Paladin, it talks about each phase, like what kind of gear you should be looking at for each phase. I guess the final phase was the End of Dreams, which I'm not even familiar with this weapon. I never even heard of it. That shows you how much I know about WoW. But the End of Dreams, we see increased damage and healing done by magic source effects by up to 95. And also it's got stamina and intellect, and it restores mana. So yeah, I can see why this is a really good item for a Paladin. And one of the probably the most important stat for you as a protection Paladin really is spell power. Spell power is going to give you your best increase in threat. Also, I mean, you know, armor, like Kel Sarar gives you, like, has a chance to give you 13 defense and 300 armor, which is really good. You know, Blackguard, I think, has a high amount of, it's got 1% parry, which is really nice. And because really, the one thing with protection that's interesting is if you look at the talent build and you look here, you can see that Redoubt increases your chance to block attacks with your shield after being the victim of a critical strike. So this is really good at lower levels, you know? Yeah, I think it is. Hey, what's up, Blue? If you go down here, I think it is from Nax, right? Yeah, see, it's from Nax. It's Grobulus. You know, I've never run Nax in vanilla. Like, a lot of these weapons, I'm not. I mean, I remember some of them. Like, I know what this is. I know what this is. This one, I don't remember what this is. The Rune Sword of the Red. But again, whenever I see these weapons, I guarantee you that most of these weapons have plus spell power on them, and that's why they're in this list. Most of them. Not all of them, but most of them. You know, I would say that this one probably does. You know, well, increased defense +5, and it adds 2 fire damage to your attacks, so extra, you know, threat generation. This one here, increased damage and healing, so it's got the spell power on it. I'm gonna say Mirror Song doesn't. I guess people like Mirror Song because it does have strength and agility, but it also is a pretty high damaging weapon, pretty fast. But, you know, I'd much rather. I mean, if I had the choice between Mirror Song and Flurry Axe, I would pick Flurry Axe over Mirror Song any day of the week. You know, I would love. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I found a really good post. I've been doing a lot of digging across the internet for protection paladins, and one of the posts I found, it was a guy who said in Classic WoW he had raided pretty much every raid. Like, I don't think he said raid next, but he did MC, he did ZG, he did AQ, and he said that when he was raiding, he said he actually most of the times he was dual wielding, he was doing Seal of Command, and he said the reason he was doing that was because, you know, in as you guys know, the best way to get threat is to do a lot of damage. And with Seal of Command, a really good two-handed weapon, he was able to generate a lot of threat. I think that that's probably fine for you know, boss fights where you're just attacking. But for fights where you're dealing with a lot of mobs or just basically trash pools, I don't think I would be using a two-hand weapon. You know, I think I'd be using, you know, if I'm doing trash pools, I would think that I would be using a, you know, one-hand weapon and a shield, and trying to, you know, and just make sure that I have enough spell power so that my Consecrate is, you know, generating enough threat, you know, for me to get threat. I was in a full clear of Scarlet Monastery the other day, and everybody in the group was in a guild, in a specific guild, and I was in a not. So 4 of the 5 people were in a guild together, so they were probably all in Discord and talking to each other, and the tank was just doing crazy damage, and I don't know if I have the video of that. I think I do. Yeah, here it is, right? Oh, but this is funny. Here, this is funny. Let's take a look at this. So this guy, this level 42 warrior challenges me to a duel. And I'm a level 41 protection paladin. Let's check this out. We both have the world buffs. We both have, you know, the dragon buff and the ZG buff. Watch how he hits me with a big crit here for like 300 damage. Watch this. Here it comes. There, boom.
Damage.
300 damage. And then I hit him with a 248.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
I was worried here.
Oh,
I was worried here he was going to
no.
execute me. But there at the end,
Oh, sorry, buddy.
But there at the end, I killed him. But if you go into, let's see. You can see in this, you can see in the damage taken, the warrior was taking more damage than me. Part of the problem, and you can see I'm salving. I'm putting salve on, but there's 2 warriors, a mage, and a healer. So, I mean, a mage, so I basically salved everybody, except for me, obviously. And what was happening, let's see if we can go further in. What was happening is like this warrior would just, before I even started fight, the warrior would just charge in and whirlwind, and he had the whirlwind axe. So he would, and I think at some point I even like clicked on it and you could see where all his damage was coming from. He had sweeping strikes, whirlwind axe, and he was just crushing mobs. And it was pretty hard to get threat away from him.
So,
I'm trying to get like a common pull where he could show what he was doing.
and I equipped plate gear. I'm gonna have to grab plate
You can see whenever I was drinking, he just went ahead and pulled like the warrior did, which is fine. And I said at the time, that's fine. I understand. He wants to pull, whatever.
gear with intellect. When I hit 40, I equipped myself with plate gear, and the only most.
And so you can see the warrior would just go ahead, and I'm still drinking, and but he was like, it was tough pulling threat from him. And you got to realize one thing with hardcore is because it's hardcore, nobody wants to die, right? Nobody wants to die on their character. Nobody wants to die on their character. Everybody's like over gearing them. They're having like the really good gear, and they're running dungeons when they're kind of over leveled a little bit. So when you go into dungeons with these people, that you have people that are running world buffs. They've got amazing gear. They're like level 40, and the dungeon's like 35. And so when they charge in like that as a warrior, and they do like sweeping strikes and whirlwind, they're just critting left and right. And it's tough as a protection paladin when you haven't even gone in and dropped consecrate to get threat. It's really difficult. And so that's something that, I think you have to be in a guild where they're willing to, really it's the 5-second rule. Like if you're going to have a protection paladin in your group and you want, to let them get threat, what you do is you let the paladin run in, you let them drop consecrate, you let the consecrate tick for maybe 2 or 3 ticks, and then you go ahead and start doing DPS. But by that point, the paladin's already going to have threat. He's already going to have threat on everybody. And I was able to get threat off of those guys, but man, if the warrior charged in before I did, it was tough. I don't want to fight like multiple casters here. Why am I? A more powerful spell is... Oh, really? I guess someone hit with me at a higher level. Okay, I'm lagged out. I was just totally lagged out there. Because I was judging and nothing was happening. I hate fighting on bridges because you can't see the targeting reticule, on your feet. Which is really annoying. Again, it's like I'm trying to judge, but it's not judging. What's going on? I'm getting some weird lag here. It's very strange. Yeah, well, I'm still trying to learn. Yeah, see, YouTube's now throwing up an error. There's something wrong with the stream right now. We're having some issues, so I may want to evaluate my stream here before I get myself killed. Let me check. Yeah, see, world latency 330. Yeah, we're not gonna. We're gonna wait for the latency to drop. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me check my internet connection. Yeah, I'm still trying to learn what's the best setup for raiding, what's the best setup for 5-man. You know, it's really, you know, we're just trying to figure it out. So, I mean, some of my download speed's fine. You have a good one too, man. Yeah, I hope so. My upload speed, though, is not real good right now. Normally it's higher than that. But I mean, it just could be that I only have like 40 meg up, unfortunately, which sucks, by the way. But there's nothing I can do about it. Let me close down any extraneous windows. All right, let's check. All right, well, let's give it a go. Seems to be performing normally now. I hate this bridge. I don't have an interrupt other than just my Hodge. See how much damage this mage does to me. Not a lot. Not with fire resistance or up. It's not much damage. So we should be able to take out 2 of them, you would think. Yeah. I think I could probably pull this guy without those guys. Yeah.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
We'll just charge in and take them both out at the same time. We're gonna have to probably pop a healing potion to do it. We should wait for Hodge. Hopefully I'll resist some fire. Easy peasy. And of course, these guys do spawn pretty quickly, unfortunately. Get the quest item first. Grab the chest second. We're out of here. What is Stranglethorn? Do I have that one? I have Bliss of Bucket. I don't Stranglethorn Fever. I don't remember that one. The Exile is the other guild I thought about joining just because they have a lot of progression. You know, they're going through some of the raids, but I talked to a guy that's in the guild, and I still don't know if, you know, like, I still don't know if that would be best for a protection paladin. I don't know. I'll probably just end up going back to the reload guild. And Bryn, the guild leader's, he's a nice guy, and he helps people get geared up. But honestly, running groups with him when he's DPSing is just, I don't like it. I don't like running with him when he's DPSing, because he basically is one of those people that will just put his foot on the gas pedal and do a ton of damage and pull threat from the tank, and he doesn't seem to care about it. And so it's a little bit, and I even talked to one of the healers who was healing him and said it's kind of scary healing when he's doing that, because, you know, you have to be healing the tank, but you also have to worry about him pulling threat. And you don't want him to die, especially if he's the guild leader. So it's just a little, I wish he wouldn't do that, you know. I wish he would just ease up a little bit and let the tank get threat, you know. It makes everybody's job easier if you assist the tank and let the tank get threat. And it just makes the healer's job a lot easier. It's already stressful enough when you're going into these 60 dungeons with level 60 characters. You don't want to die, so why add that extra layer of stress? Whatever. It's all good. It is what it is. Die, damn you. I hate that. I have to uncheck that every single time. Like, I don't want to see the damage numbers scrolling above the target plates. I don't want to see that. I already have the damage scrolling here on the right side of the screen. I don't need to see it in multiple places. But every time you turn that off, if you log out of the game off again, you've got to turn it off again. It doesn't retain that setting. Very annoying. See, now you don't see the damage numbers scrolling above the nameplates, because we have the damage here on the right. You don't see how much damage I'm doing? Look at the damage numbers scrolling above the target nameplate here. Yeah. I just procced 4 frost bolts there. 5. That's insane. 6. 7. 8. Wow. I threw 8 frost bolts at that one target. Look at that. It's only 0.8% of my damage, but on that particular fight, I guarantee it was a lot more than 0.8%. I need to have my hunter craft some more frost oil, but I need to go farm up some winter's bite. One frostbolt. 2. 3. Not proccing quite as many frostbolts this time. I think we did 7. 7, yeah. So we did 7 frostbolts. 6% of my damage was just frost oil. It's not bad. Not bad at all. The way I look at damage is anything that adds 5% or more to my overall damage is significant. Anything that's less than 5% is not, I mean, it helps, but it's not significant, you know what I mean? If something's doing more than 5%, that's a pretty good chunk of damage when you think about, like I did, 4,197 damage to 2 mobs. 10% would be 419, well half of that would be 209.5, right? So 209.5 was basically what Frostbolt did. Let's see. How's my math? Okay, 251. Oh, because it's 5%. I calculated it for 6%. So that makes sense. I calculated it for 5%, but it was 6%. I can't remember how this works. The Holy Spring. Do we get attacked when we grab? I can't remember how that works. Let's see. STV. The Holy. I know we get like a buff thing. Let's see. At the top of the hill, across the bridge, click the stream water in the fountain area before the bridge is guaranteed. The bridge is guarded by Nagas at level 43 to 44. You get a little potion I think be used to restore both mana. Yeah. Anyways, whatever. I don't care. It's not a big heal. It restores mana and health. The potions you get from interacting with the spring there. I feel like I'm missing some buffs, and I. Just burn through mana so fast. I need to get. I definitely need to get some night fin soup. Whoops. Did not mean to fall off there. I wish that song had more of that. Like, this song has such a beautiful ending here. Reminds me of Lord of the Rings. Look at that. 4 frost bolts already to this guy. 5, 6. 6 frost bolts on just that. 7, 8. Jesus. Man, they do not want to give me that last one. Still.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yawning. Ugh. Now we can try my jump. I think it is easier from this side. Oh, son of a... Come on, really? I swear I jump better as a night elf. I telling you, man, as a night elf, I can frickin' parkour with the best of them. I mean, night elves are taller. They are bigger. They can definitely jump higher, that's for sure, because they're just higher in the air. There we go. Oh, I still didn't make it. I think it's the man. Damn it. Damn it. You usually make that jump.
Time is money, friend. Keep it real. Hurry back.
Greetings for the Alliance. Have a good one.
No ground, string.
Need help? Have a good one. Farewell.
Here there. Be good.
What?
Greetings. Ancestors watch over you. Be careful.
How are you?
All right. I did vendor, right?
Greetings.
I think that's it, guys. I think I'm gonna have to head to bed. I'm pretty tired. Well, we got almost halfway to level 44. We'll definitely hit 44 tomorrow. We'll go ahead and get this True Silver Breastplate enchanted with probably +3 all stats. Yeah. And once we equip that tomorrow after hitting level 44, that'll give us even more damage mitigation. That's the thing with the Protection Paladin. It's this constant, like, you know, you just keep getting stronger and stronger. It's a very, like, interesting, like, curve, you know? Like, you start as level, like, here it's like you have, these are your levels, right? Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, 5, and let's just say, actually, let's do this. This is level 1, level 10, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And like, there's like, this is going to be like your tankiness, right? Like, how tanky are you? And so the higher up this goes, the more tanky you are. So like at level 1 up to like level 10, you're basically like this. Yeah. Then you get to 20 and you start to go up a little bit. You know, at level 30, you're starting to get some talents, so you start to go up even faster. And you get to 40 and it really starts to go up. 50. It's kind of really like this. This is like how our Protection Paladin, you know, as far as like tankiness, which comes from defense, but mostly, surprisingly, and of course armor, right? Your armor. Let's just call it AC, like in Dungeons and Dragons, right? Armor class. So your AC armor class. But surprisingly, it's really gear. The thing that really influences your tankiness. I mean, talents too. You know, talents. But your talents really start to kick in. Let's see, 10, 20, 30. So really to here, like level 40. Level 50, and of course level 60. But really your talents between 40 and 50 is where you get like a lot of your really important talents. So if you look at my talent tree here, I'm level 44, or 43. So 44, we're going to go Reckoning. 45, we're going to go Reckoning. 46. Now this takes, 46, we're probably going to go one-handed weapon specialization. 47, we're going to go into here. 48. Let's see, right now we're 20. We need to get 7 more points. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we might put our 7th point in. We'll probably put it into one-hand weapon specialization. So our next 7 points are going to go into these two things, and then our 8th point is going to go into Holy Shield. And at that point, we're going to be, level 51. So level 51 is when you're really going to have all of your, not all your tanking, because you're still going to have deflection. Like deflection you're going to have in your last 4 levels of your build is going to be deflection. So you don't get that extra tankiness until the very end. But really, getting, your toughness, getting your Reckoning. The reason Reckoning makes you more tough is because Reckoning procs additional swings, and additional swings mean you're going to be, if you have Judged Seal of Light, you're going to get more heals, more healing coming back. And then, of course, the other thing, too, is really, Holy Shield makes you more tanky because it increases your chance to block by 30%. And each, and damage caused by Holy Shield causes 20% additional threat. But really, I mean, this is going to make you more tanky because you block more. So these two abilities actually increase your tankiness, these two. And then when you get over to here, your deflection is going to obviously be straight up defense. So that helps. But the most important thing as a Protection Paladin is gear. So if you look here, I've got the True Silver Breastplate at 44. So that's going to give us a big survivability increase because we're going to be getting a lot. Now when I say survivability increase, I'm talking about getting hit by multiple mobs. I'm talking about AoE, either AoE tanking or AoE leveling. So you're going to be getting hit by lots of mobs. So you think 3% doesn't think like a lot, but 3% when you're getting hit by like, 4 mobs at once, trust me, it's going to proc, right? It's going to proc. Think about the fact that your Flurry Axe only has about a 9% chance to proc. 8 or 9% chance when you have righteousness up. So it's procking pretty frequently. But this is 3%. I'd say like if you've got like 6 mobs hitting you, this is going to proc probably at least like, before you kill those 6 mobs, it's probably going to proc it anywhere from like 1 to like 6 times. And then so that's one thing that's going to increase your survival. The next thing is level 47. At level 47, you're going to equip the Uther's Light Trinket. Now, the Uther's Light Trinket has, I think, a 2% chance to proc a Holy Shield, but the shield absorbs like 350 health, so it's significant, 350 health, just think of it as giving you 350 more health on your bar here, every time it procs. So if you're in a fight, sometimes I'll be fighting a fight against one mob and it'll proc 3 times. It's pretty rare, but it can happen. 3 times, and it's absorbing, like, let's say 350 health, that's 1,050 additional health. 1,050 on top of, just think of like somebody just gave you 1,050 health. So it's huge. And again, the more mobs that are hitting you, the more often it procs. So Uther's Light, super, super strong. True Silver, super, super strong. And then our next big increase in survivability is going to be level 52 when we equip the Skullflame Shield. And the reason the Skullflame Shield gives you another increase in survivability is because it has a chance to heal you. And again, it's a very low chance, but again, the more mobs that are hitting you, that chance feels a lot like it's a lot higher. So you're going to be getting heals from Skullflame Shield, we're going to be getting heals from the True Silver Breastplate, and you're probably going to get higher ranks. Let's see. You also have to take into account that at level 50, you're going to get Seal of Light, so that's going to increase the healing power of Seal of Light. Feels bound with, there's each melee check a chance to heal the Paladin for 76. Well, right now, it's only at, let's see. Right now, it's only at 53. So once you get to rank 3, it's going to be 76. So that's another 23 more, that's another bump up. So at level 50, you get that increase into your tankiness. Also, if you're using Blessing Sanctuary, you're going to get that increase, which is going to make it, the attacker will take damage, but this is going to reduce the damage dealt from all sources by up to 19, whereas rank 2 is only 14. So again, this is going to increase your tankiness, your survivability. This is going to increase your tankiness, your survivability. And then as you move on up, when we reach level 60, you get your last rank of Seal Light, your last rank of Blessing Sanctuary. These, again, are going to increase your survivability. So when you couple in your Seal of Light increases and level increases, your Blessing of Sanctuaries, also even just your Blessing of Wisdom. Think of your Blessing of Wisdom's rank ups as increasing your survivability, simply because you're getting more mana back, which means you're able to judge more often, you're able to use Consecrate more often, which means you're going to be doing more damage, which that increases your survivability, because the more damage you do, the less damage you're taking, because you're just downing mobs faster. So any of these, so really all of this couples into this curve here, this curve of basically, the Paladin, once you get to like 40 to 40, that curve of your tankiness and survivability really starts to go up. You're going to get, really, if you really want to look at it, it's, you want to look at it based on your abilities, but really at 50, you're going to get like a big, it's going to be going like this. When it hits 50, it's going to spike up a little bit, because of, learning Seal of Light, and then, you're going to go here, and there's going to be these little spikes based on abilities that you're learning, and of course 60, you're going to get a big spike because of the last ranks of your abilities. So Paladin feels really kind of sluggish and weak as you're leveling, all the way up until I'd say about 30, and then it starts to feel better at 30, and then it really starts to shine at about 45. So here's like right around 45 it starts to really shine. At 30 it starts to feel okay. At 40, from 30 to 45 it's just getting slightly better all the time. At 40 is a nice big increase. One thing I forgot to tell you, because at 40 you get the ability to learn to wear plate mail armor. So your armor class Like right now I've got 4,836 armor, so I have 50, and that's if I throw up Devotion Aura. I've got 5,000, 5341. So my damage mitigation against physical is 56. So you can see here, like this armor piece here has 428 armor. Well, a mail armor of, like when I was level 39, I was wearing mail armor. It'd be like 250 armor. So it's a huge increase in armor. Like your armor goes up like probably like 2,300. Like if I was wearing mail armor at level 40, and I equipped all plate mail armor that was level 40, I'd probably go from like 3,000 armor to like 5,000 armor. It's a big increase. So that's another thing that's going to spike up your survivability. So let's see. Where's the, where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Is it here? Yeah, it's this one. So let's see, 30, 40, 50, 60. So when you hit 30, you're going to get a bump up. You're going to get a bump up. These little bump ups as you go. When you hit 40, there's going to be a good bump, bump up. And, it's like, it doesn't go down, though. It doesn't go down, no. Trying to think how this would go. You have to really look at the skills you're getting. But it's going to go like this. There's going to be these little bumps every 2 levels, maybe. Then you're going to hit 40, there's going to be a big bump. Then you're going to hit 50, there's going to be another big bump. And then you hit 60, and there's going to be a big bump. So it's going to look like kind of like this as far as like your tankiness and survivability. But I would say that the beginning, it's probably more flat line. Like from here to here, it's pretty flat. And then it starts going up. Following this. And again, really the gear, like the gear you pair with, with your tank is huge. It's huge. And yeah. So anyways, that's enough of me rambling. But the gear is, I would say, gear on every class is important, but specific gear on the Paladin is incredibly important. Flurry Axe is huge because of the extra swing. It's getting you a lot more heals, or a lot more wisdom. If you've got like wisdom judge on a target and you got seal righteousness up, you're getting extra swings that are proccing more wisdom coming back, or proc if you got judgment of light, you're getting more healing coming back, or if you just have judgment of like crusader, you're doing more damage. You're doing more, so you're generating more threat. So Flurry Axe is, in my opinion, the best weapon for a protection paladin pre-level 60. I think it's the best. There's other weapons you could get, but I think Flurry is probably the best. Anyways, I'm out of here. I'm just rambling at this point because I don't want to go to bed. Hope you guys are having a good one. Everyone else take off. That's fine. I will catch you next time. Another adventure of how the hell are we going to tank on the Protection Paladin in Hardcore WoW. Peace out.
안아주던 손길 단